Hey friends, Worm here today, and I have some brutal news for 99% of you, and that is that hot swapping and the nerf that Bungie basically did to it, where it takes 2 seconds before you can shoot, it's not that big of a deal, again, to 99% of players. However, it does do something that really, I guess, shows us where Bungie's mindset is in terms of Destiny 2, and that is that it amplifies their laziness. So of course, for those of y'all who may have missed it, and I know I'm a little late on the boat here, but basically Bungie had an issue with players, the ability to swap between Fourth Horseman and another shotgun with like Vorpal or something like that to make Fourth Horseman do a massive amount of damage. So they decided, okay, we're gonna nerf it. And how did they nerf it? Instead of just nerfing Fourth Horseman, or the actual issue, whatever bug it was that was causing that, they added a 2-second delay between weapon swaps when you just can't fire. Okay, and 2 seconds is a long time in Destiny 2, as most of us know, especially us PvP players know. But oh, sorry, back up. A lot of people were mad about it too. A lot of people are on forums and on media saying, oh, this is blah, blah, blah. This is stupid. This is dumb. Like, why would they do this? Like, this doesn't make any sense. But the reality is 99% of you will never even encounter an issue when switching weapons. Those of us who will encounter an issue when switching weapons are, in the rare occurrence in a Crucible game when you try to swap to, your sidearm or whatever to try to kill somebody or clean somebody up. Hot swapping on bows, for example. I'm not hot swapping, but, swapping on bows. You hit somebody with Luminarch, switch to a submachine for a cleanup. Like, that's the instances where there might be some effect, right? But for 99% of us, that doesn't matter. And you're going to watch gameplay here, and there is not a single time where I have to put away my scout rifle and whip out my hand cannon and get, and start shooting somebody within, 0.2 seconds or something like that, okay? But the main issue with this nerf is, like I said, it amplifies Bungie's laziness, because Bungie, instead of actually putting in the effort to say, hey, you know what, let's fix this bug, let's investigate what's causing it, why is it, that whenever players are using X weapon, or X perk on X weapon or something like that, they can switch to Fourth Horseman and deal massive amounts of damage. Instead of investigating that issue, they said, you know what? We'll put a blanket fix on it. And I do think that this, in the end, is going to be a blanket fix, or band-aid fix. Sorry, not blanket fix, a band-aid fix. I don't think that it's going to be something that, Bungie is sticking to for the next, however many years or whatever in the Crucible. But it is a band-aid fix, and a lot of players, of course, aren't happy about it. Myself, I'm not unhappy about it. Like, I'm indifferent. Like I said, I don't hardly ever swap weapons immediately for a cleanup, right? So it doesn't bother me, but it doesn't bother me in that regard, but it does bother me in the regard that Bungie, they are taking lazy routes to make fixes and stuff like that. And this is just one of those examples, and we've seen it time and time again. Lightfall, for example. Lightfall it felt like a lazy DLC. Now the seasonal storyline, whatever, kind of helped it a lot, but the actual campaign, as well as, a lot of the interactions with the planet, Neomuna, and stuff like that, they did feel not as good as previous seasons. And I know not every season can be an absolute, or I'm sorry, not season, every expansion can be an absolute banger. Like, I know that, but at the same time, it felt like Bungie was really cutting corners. And not only were they cutting corners, but they also increased the price of the DLC. Okay, and these are just some examples. I'm sorry, I'm going off a little tangent here, but these are just some of the examples of Bungie's like amplified laziness over the years, and it's setting a bad precedent for Destiny 2. And we've talked about this before. Is Bungie, trying to let Destiny kind of slow down and potentially die out? And I know that's something that none of us want to entertain. Like, none of us like the idea of, oh my gosh, like, is Bungie gonna let this game die? But the reality is that, there are so many things that they can do, and they have done in the past, that have been so much better than what they are now. I mean, look at previous seasons, look at previous DLCs, look at Destiny 1, like raids and stuff like that. Look at the stuff like that, the attention to the Crucible, back, you know, a couple years ago versus the where it is now. You know, think about the time and effort Bungie put into Gambits and Gambit Prime and where Gambit is now. Like, all these are indicators to me that Bungie is not having their priorities straight. And this fix, if you want to call it that, a fix, is just another example of their amplified laziness. Okay, because it is lazy. Now, I will stand corrected if, for example, you know, next Tuesday they come out and say, hey, you know what, we fixed it and we've changed it, so now you can start shooting as soon as you switch back, blah blah blah. I don't think that's going to happen though. I think that at most we might see a bug fix for it next season, but really Bungie has a tendency to slap band-aids on things and that's it, and call it good for months on end, you know. And of course they have a tendency to focus on other things that in my opinion are less of a priority, you know, i.e. the shard glitch. And I know a lot of people said in the last video where we talked about the shard glitch that, you know, it's probably easier to fix a shard glitch than it is to fix, you know, insert whatever else is wrong with the game. But between a shard fix and a perk fix, like, I think these are probably on the same difficulty, and they'll get right on top of that shard fix, right? They, you know, okay, we can't have players farming shards, but if players, you know, if they can't switch weapons, it's not that big of a deal. Or if they can't start shooting immediately after switching weapons, that's not that big of a deal. And truly, it's not, again, for 99% of players. However, it's frustrating. They're not addressing the issues at hand. You know, they're taking, in my opinion, the lazy way out, you know, and not telling us. And it would be different. It would be totally different if Bungie, you know, released a statement in their 12 or something, said, hey, we fixed this bug. This is a temporary fix. We're working on a permanent solution, but just bear with us for, you know, maybe a few weeks till season 21, whatever it is, and we will fix up, you know, the hot swapping bug with Force Horseman or something like that. Then I think players would feel a lot better. I guess, you know, players would not be so frustrated and feel like they're just kept in the dark, and we wouldn't have to make videos like this. Like, if Bungie had just made a statement and said, hey, you know what, we are going to fix this in the future, here's our temporary fix for now, I wouldn't be making this video, right? But they don't do that anymore, and in the past they have done that. In D1 they did that. In early D2 days they did that. They would tell us, hey, this is a temporary fix for now, but we're on top of it, we're working on it. Now it's just like, okay, here's a fix, here's a fix, here's a fix. And it definitely feels like Bungie has moved more corporate as opposed to, you know, a people-oriented game developer. I'm sorry for that pause. I had to think of the way to say that. But, you know, instead of being a people-oriented game developer. But yeah, that's my thing on the hot swapping glitch, or not glitch, the hot swapping fix that they did. 99% of you are going to have no issue on it. Right? 99% of you are going to have no problem in game with this situation, but you should still be mad about it because, again, it's just Bungie being lazy. But yeah, that's it for this video. A little bit of a shorter one today because, yeah, I don't know what else there is to say about it. Of course, let me know your thoughts on it down in the comments. Sorry, on the description. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think of Bungie's fix here? Like, do you think it's appropriate? Like, are you one of the people that, like, oh no, like, I can't live without the ability to shoot, you know, immediately after switching weapons? Because I know there's some of you, and that's why I said like 99%, like not 100%, but 99% of you, you know, you're not going to have an issue with this. But I want to know your thoughts and comments. What do you think about Bungie's overall attitude toward Destiny 2? Like, do you think that they are slowly, you know, kind of not forgetting Destiny, but they're slowing down work on Destiny for other projects? Like, do you think that they are trying to let the game like die? Like let me know your thoughts in the comments. Of course, if you like the video, like it helps out the channel a lot. Subscribe for more daily Destiny conversations and topics and stuff like that. And that's it for me. Oh, by the way, watch the video you see on screen right now, because for whatever reason YouTube thinks you might like it. That's it for me, guys, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.